hard word, but giving them a clear idea of what's expected here, Jim.
And there are reasons why the jockeys might respect him just a little bit more than somebody else in that position, because he's ridden over them himself.
Absolutely. Champion Court heads the list for the Crabbies supporting Everton in the community. Topham Chase. Double Ross is a full brother to tomorrow's Grand National participant, Mr. Moonshine. He's the 15-2 favourite here. Rebel Rebellion has won over these fences. Filleule ran really well behind Holywell at the Cheltenham Festival. Eastlake is a full brother to more of that. The World Hurdle winner, John Joe O'Neill, AP McCoy takes the ride, and Corto Stone is even more illustriously related. He's a half-brother to Corto Star. And further down, thanks for that, for Nicky Henderson and Andrew Tinkler. Cedra Blur, Jim fancies to run well for a long way. Nick Schofield for Paul Nicholls. Big fella thanks, a regular round these fences, running 4 Grand Nationals. You Must Know Me, tipped by Don McLean of the Irish Sunday Times on the morning line. Tatenen has not completed in 2 Grand Nationals. We're hoping for better here. Ran really well at the Cheltenham Festival. King Edmund could be a good spin round here for Tom Cannon. Massini's Maguire, Cheltenham Festival hero in his younger days. Tim Vaughan now trains. And all the way down to Sol, who would have been a long-range fancy for the Grand National but didn't make the cut. And standing ovation, likewise, the bottom one being quite well backed today. And the 30 jockeys.
Ballers yesterday, just a few unseated, so let's hope for another clean race. 30 runners coming in now and away first time for the Crabbies. Topham Chase, and racing down to the first, a wall of horses. Champion Court is amongst the leaders with Tahiti Pearl. Also Double Ross in the red and white jacket does less than me. Lost Legend made a mistake at the first, but they're all safely over fence number 1. Dunno in point is handy up the inside in a noseband. As they go on to the second, Viva Colonia is not far behind them either, taking this a bad mistake there from Tahiti Pearl, but Ryan Mania sat tight, and once again they're still standing. King Edmund is the back marker with Tanks for That also towards the rear, and now they're on towards the chair. Does Less Than Me coming through with Paul Master, Dunno in point, and Double Ross, followed by Champion Court, then Viva Colonia up the inside, then You're Busy is very handy. Giorgio Quirkus. And then King Edmund has gone at the back there. Was a faller at the chair, clearing the water jump, and a mistake at the water by You Must Know Me. Soul is in the rear. Soul is last now as they swing left-handed away from the stands. Does Less Than Me from Double Ross and Dunno in point, followed by You're Busy, Paul Master. And then on the outside after these is Champion Court with Viva Colonia. They are followed by Benny's Mist and Lost Legend, and then Tahiti Pearl. Giorgio Quirkus the inside. Cedra Blur is hunting up the leaders from Filleule, then Big Fella Thanks. After these, back in the field then is Rebel Rebellion from Standing Ovation. Eastlake, Tanks for That. Lucky Landing towards the inside as they head towards fence number 5. Does Less Than Me, the leader. Here's Richard Oils.
Does Less Than Me leads over on the run towards Beecher's Brook. They're all over the next fence safely. Double Ross's handy Champion Court, and also towards the outside Pool Master. Cedra Blur, Lost Legend front rank with Tahiti Pearl as they rise at the one before the big ditch. And once again the whole field are over safely, so plenty still standing. Does Less Than Me with Double Ross, Tahiti Pearl, Viva Colonia up the inside as they rise at the ditch. Cedra Blur jumps up well. Bishop's Furs is a faller. Bishop's Furs is down at the ditch as they race on towards the next fence, with Double Ross racing on the inside. As they take that of Does Less Than Me, blundering and unseating the rider there, I think was Corto Stone in midfield. Corto Stone has gone as they race now down to the one before Beecher's Brook. Double Ross, Does Less Than Me and Tahiti Pearl, Viva Colonia and Dunno in point to the first 5 over the one before Beecher's. All of those are still standing. In fact, we've lost one there well after the fence has come down. Viva Colonia it was, who's out of the race as they come down towards Beecher's Brook.
So 26 of them still going. Double Ross in the red from Does Less Than Me. Tahiti Pearl and Filleule with the leading group. Tahiti Pearl's unseated the rider there. Tahiti Pearl out of the race at Beecher's Brook as Double Ross with Does Less Than Me, Filleule, Big Fella Thankston, Raven Point and Champion Court, and Cedra Blur and Benny's Mist and Tanks for That and Fargo. Eastlake is up there as well as they come now towards the canal turn. Giorgio Quirkus and Lucky Landing and Lost Legend and Swift Arrow just in behind these. At the canal, Double Ross in company with Does Less Than Me are the leaders as they get over it, and down is Tanks for That. Tanks for That, and being brought down at the back is Standing Ovation. Horses and riders sitting up and are okay. They're at Valentine's. We return to Simon.
and Maffiel is over in front there, and the Filleule does less than me. When up with the pace, Mark Lane looks like being pulled up, and on towards the next. It's Double Ross in the red jacket, the grey mare Maffiel over in front of the big fella, thanks. And on this near side, Benny's Mist going extremely well, the red and white colours. They're tracked by Eastlake and then Rebel Rebellion. Cedra Bleur's on the outside, Fargo hunting them up, and then Dunno in point. And over that one, a terrible fall for Fargo there. Fargo a heavy fall with Noel Feely aboard. They've now got 3 fences left to jump, and Maffiel, big fella, thanks, and Double Ross are the 3 leaders, jumping 3 out, followed by Eastlake. Benny's Mist towards the inside. Right there, Cedra Bleu in the blue and green jacket from Rebel Rebellion. Tatenen is not out of it. Dunno in point. And then behind these, You Must Know Me in the yellow sleeves and red cap. Paul Master is in touch. Then he'll be remembered. A gap after these back to You're Busy and Messini's Maguire. Champion Court is still in the race. Further back is Soul and Lucky Landing. Swift Arrow and Lost Legend are tailing off. Back onto the racecourse with 2 fences left to jump in the Topham, and an open looking race with Maffiel to the inside of Double Ross. Eastlake on the inside then of Benny's Mist. Big fella, thanks. Tatenen, Cedra Bleu going well out wide. Then You Must Know Me and he'll be remembered, and Massini's Maguire and Rebel Rebellion. This is 2 out. Maffiel came up first from Double Ross, and Maffiel got away from the fence really well in good style under Barry Geraghty, and she's kicked away. Maffiel from Double Ross, and Eastlake at the final fence. Maffiel sails over from Double Ross, then Eastlake back in third. Benny's Mist, and then You Must Know Me on the outside, Cedra Bleu, and then behind these is Big Fella, thanks. So Maffiel up the run-in is the one to catch here. 5-6 lengths clear of Double Ross and coming home really strong. Then Eastlake, Benny's Mist, and You Must Know Me, and Tatenen who's staying on. But Maffiel from the second last and the last has taken the field apart here, and Barry Geraghty and Maffiel stroll to an easy win in the Topham. In second it was Benny's Mist, third was Eastlake. Fighting it out for fourth was Tatenen and Double Ross. Then in 6th place was You Must Know Me. 7th, when back behind them, he'll be remembered from Big Fella, thanks. Champion Court, Soul, Paul Master. Cedra Bleu got tired. They were followed by Massini's Maguire. You're Busy completed with Rebel Rebellion, and at the tail, Lucky Landing, Dunno in point, and Lost Legend completely tailed off, and it looks as though Swift Arrow was pulled up. Well, this was one-way traffic going to the final fence because Maffiel put them to the sword, and then she was not for stopping on the run-in. Ran so well at Cheltenham, went second, and goes one better here at Aintree.
And Barry Geraghty knows what he's doing around these Grand National fences. He won this race last year with Triolo Dallane, who he rides for Nicky Henderson tomorrow in the Crabbies Grand National. He was always up there with the pace on Mafia, and she has responded really well. Big run from Double Ross as well, who just starts to fade and is passed by Benny's Mist, who takes second. Eastlake has run well with AP McCoy, but Mafia, she made a couple of odd mistakes over fences, looked to sort of almost screw her body in mid-air, but she always landed cleanly, and she's a very, very willing mare.